proposed ordinance for the control and management of feeding the white-tailed deer within the city limit as part of a strategy to reduce the deer population in the city. A public hearing may be set for the regular meeting, August 12, 2013. See attached draft ordinance and language.
Kathy, the copies that were on the desk here are in color? Or no?
No, theirs is not, because there were only what, 3 places.
So how do they know which version they're looking at?
Because what they got was not formatted at all.
Okay.
What they got was the.
You got the draft.
The draft.
So we're dealing with the one that's got the numbers on it? Correct.
And now you've got, this one is.
This has some language that Terry's put in as well under section 9605 and 9606. Maybe we can go over that real briefly.
9605. Being that this isn't a permitted process like your chickens, I was concerned that I necessarily am not a big fan of city staff and police just walking in someone's backyard because then the neighbor called and said they're feeding deer. So I added some language that if they were to enforce it or to discharge, enter upon property, the premises, they would need either approval of the city council, or I talked to Kathy, the city administrator, or someone who would give prior approval. And my reason is just that, I'm just not a big fan of unregulated municipal agents walking around people's yards. Because once you're there lawfully, I mean, anything that they see could be a different issue. So I wanted some restriction on that. That's up to the council. And my other reason was it's a petty misdemeanor offense, meaning it's like a traffic ticket. It's not a misdemeanor or anything, so I just wanted some language in there that would put some a check and balance on whether or not city staff or the police were responding to a complaint, and that could be the city administrator authorizing staff and the police, or the police chief authorizing someone to go in the backyard or on the property. That's up to the council to consider.
I had Adam contact the chief of police of Red Wing. They spoke on phone, and just to see if they were having any issues or what the chief would recommend if somebody was starting fresh, what they would put in the ordinance. And he said that they haven't had any issues at all with this ordinance, carrying it out the way that it was written. So it's good to have that feedback. But subject to your questions, I think the next step would be for the council to order it to a public hearing. And then it would get approved and then posted in the paper, and then we would ask the police to start enforcing it.
Any questions?
So, feeding a deer, last night I was over at Tyrell Hill, we were driving through the last night. Here was this doe in 2 ponds, grazing right out in the front yard. I stopped the car, I whistled at it, he looked at it, went back to eat. So I got out of the car and I was here from here to the corner of the wall before they even moved. They like this fine grass in town, you know, when you mow your lawn, it's fresh grass. And flowers.
Especially in a greenhouse.
And
Makes them feel like they're in Paris.